Our major focus is to provide a great restaurant. The experience is what it's all about.
Opening soon follows the true story of a restaurateur's vision from concept to opening night.
We're not playing games here. There's millions of dollars involved here, and that, respect it, and we do.
This is a pneumatic nightmare for these guys. They've never done this before. I love it.
Oh, I'll say June.
June 1.
Oh,
I say July.
In a famous town full of famous people, the most famous street is Sunset Boulevard. The stretch running between Hollywood and Beverly Hills is known as the Strip and is lined with some of the country's hottest restaurants and nightclubs.
There's an energy here that is like nowhere else in LA. We really thrive on it. We really love it.
It's the Sunset Strip.
That's right.
Right?
John and Bob Long know the Strip. In the 90s, they owned a nightclub that helped define it, the legendary Roxbury.
We didn't lift our heads for 2 years. It was just jammed. It was a lot of fun. We got real lucky with it. The town's never seen anything like it before.
After opening 2 other LA hotspots, Georgia and Atlantic, they're back on the Strip with a new project.
We always had a mind to come back to Sunset, yeah.
We looked at spaces for almost a year. There's not too many spaces around, and we really wanted something new and fresh.
Eventually, the Longs bought a space in a new development. It offered them something no one else on the Strip had.
When we saw the magnificent part of what the view was going to be on the southern part of that building, we said, this is it. I mean, having this outdoor balcony, 150-foot long terrace, we said, this is going to be special that no one else has. It's the dream of all restaurateurs to get to that point when you have this tremendous view.
But the view alone won't ensure longevity. The Longs needed partners and a killer concept. Contractor Richard Heyman came on board to supervise the build.
It's a big wow. It just screamed restaurant. It just screamed eating and drinking and hanging.
And nightclub impresario Nick Adler brought a more youthful perspective to the table.
I'll bring a little rock to the roll.
The young Hollywood representation.
Together, they're creating Central, an homage to old-style Hollywood glamour that seamlessly integrates 7,200 square feet of indoor and outdoor space.
Our major focus is to provide a great restaurant.
Great experience.
The experience is what it's all about.
Every aspect of the restaurant's layout maximizes the incomparable view.
John's idea was to raise this up a foot so you have a clearance and a view over the dining room outside to the balcony, out to the view. Everything from the inside, as you notice, the angles is really dedicated to looking out. Obviously, the bar being positioned that way, but the landscaping is going to be uplit, and it's going to be just an amazing experience to be out here.
Christopher coming by for this meeting?
Yeah, I'll call him in a second.
Today, everyone is waiting for the 5th member of the team to arrive, designer Christopher Ciccone. His sister, Madonna, is one of the project's investors.
We all decided about what the restaurant should be, and the vision is with Christopher, we went through renderings and everything else, so we really have to trust his last word on part of that.
There's the star. Where are you?
Do we feel okay with it?
Christopher's design concept is a French 1940s fantasy, complete with a garden patio.
Well, first of all, I wanted to just do a style that hasn't been done in LA in a long time. I didn't want it to be contemporary. And the only real style that I could think of that fit into that was sort of my version of late 40s French modern.
His design features a soft yellow color scheme, custom-made chandeliers, sliding glass doors, and mirrored walls.
It's just a lighter style. It's lighter, it's kind of classic in a really simple way. And it's like the food will be, sort of, food will be similar to that.
The menu will feature modern American cooking and accommodate a star clientele and their obsession with good health.
And the approach is really straightforward, pesticide-free, hormone-free, and organic when we can.
Bob and John are still searching for the ideal chef. They know it'll take more than celebrity hype to keep people coming back.
Of course, celebrities live here. There's the entertainment mecca of the world here. But I think if you're all about just that, and your publicist is just pushing that, I think that's a mistake.
Right.
And that's really going to be...
You'd be a flash in the pan,
Be a flash.
Yeah.
And with a budget hovering around $2 million, John and Bob need a solid long-term success.
The investors we have, they're believing in us to do something right here. And and they're putting their money on that. We're not playing games here. There's millions of dollars involved here, and that, you know, respect it, and we do.
But right away, they encounter a major obstacle. The area around the restaurant is zoned for residential use, and the city demanded the patio be enclosed to control noise level.
We didn't plan on this.
No, the plans were for the canopy to come out.
Without an open-air patio and its spectacular view, Central will lose its competitive edge. But the team came up with a solution, a retractable skylight.
The whole skylight system was developed for the ability to use this patio in the evening after hours, so we could close it all up, isolate it, and not have to interfere with any of the neighbors and the concerns that the neighbors are going to have with noise issues and so on. So
the downside? The skylight will add another $400,000 to the budget, and it's a tricky engineering challenge.
It's a lot more work, though, I'll tell you that.
Well, it always affects the design somehow, but take the path of least resistance.
what else is new? This is a pneumatic nightmare for these guys. They've never done this before. I love it. First time for this magnitude. This is a one step at a time process, and unfortunately, that's the only way we can do it. We can't speed up the process.
It's 4 weeks to Central's opening, and the interior is coming along nicely. But the skylight system is a much bigger project than anticipated.
Are they just cementing this in?
Yeah, that's they're putting a curve in that, yeah, for the base beam, yeah.
Building the structure is an exact science. Every beam has to be at a 9-degree angle so the skylight can retract properly.
So everything, that's the whole basis to make this thing work good. All the measurements have to be just square and level. And it takes a long time to get it square and level.
The great view has resulted in other challenges.
Because we're on the second floor, we had to bring everything up by a crane. It took us to about a day and a half just to get all the equipment up.
But it was necessary to bring in top-notch equipment to attract a top-notch chef. After an exhaustive search, they ended up poaching talent from a competitor. Chef Jamie DeRosa came to LA to open a restaurant with his mentor, Wolfgang Puck.
I kind of played, not hard to get, but it was hard for me to get out of my obligation. And they were real patient, and a relationship, we just met and kind of just talked 4, 5, 6 times before we even talked about business or money or anything. And the relationships and the personalities seemed to really come together.
It also helped that Jamie got part ownership and full reign of the kitchen.
The menu's going to be, a little French, Mediterranean, with a lot of strong French influences of cooking and reductions and sauces and stocks and things like that. But it's also going to have a lot of California light fare with seafood and local shrimp and local produce from our farmers markets. And, it's going to be some really cool things.
But Jamie can't test these cool things until construction is finished and the kitchen gets gas and water.
Because I'm not in the kitchen cooking right now and I'm waiting, the anxiety is even harder because the pressure just kind of, just keeps piling on top of each other each day because I'm trying to, right now put everything on paper, what I want to do, but it's so much different when you actually get in the kitchen.
With time on his hands, Jamie turns his attention to the front of the house. He wants to serve white wine in wine jackets instead of ice buckets.
You know what? I like the jackets when they bring a white wine to the table and it just sits in like a sleeve.
Does this work?
And no, but you really don't want to keep the white wine cold anymore at the table.
It's not supposed to be cold.
It's not?
No.
Since when?
Well, it's supposed to be served cold, but it's not supposed to be on ice.
Let's look at
wait. I want to know. Edify me here. What are you talking? What's the white wine thing? That's something I don't know.
So if you keep it on ice in the champagne buckets, all you're doing is bringing the temperature down. You're never allowing the wine to breathe. You're never allowing it to open up.
No, I understand that.
So the jackets really don't keep it cold. They just maintain it while it's at the table.
Gotcha.
But no wine will be served until the design details meet Chris's exacting standards.
No, but clinic should be here.
Like the other one over here?
Yeah, that looks wrong. I don't know if it could look any more wrong than it does. This one has to be the same place as that one. You have a problem with that?
No.
They should all be in the same place.
The problem I have is that they should have done it. Speaking of the hostess stand, you want the one downstairs to be red too?
Sure. Why not?
With a light?
With the light. We got the light
Did you
in.
get over yourself? Get back in the kitchen.
Easy, easy. Ah, you insulted him now. See, that's it.
Give him an inch.
Meanwhile, the construction crew struggles with the skylight. It's been 3 months of hell.
We got the main beam structures in.
Right.
Where are we at going forward at this point?
Monday, we're going to crane lift the rest of the shuttle panels that are going to span the middle pieces.
Okay, so we're going to have the intermediate panels come in?
Right.
And all that's set to go as of Monday?
As of Monday, the frames come, and I think 4 weeks from there, the glass is going to be in. It might even be sooner.
Okay. This is a one-step-at-a-time process, and you can't overlap anybody. Everything has to happen in sequence. The glass and the slate are going to be the last items before the door opens, people come in. And unfortunately, that's the only way we can do it. We can't speed up the process. The elevator's down.
The elevator's down when you're trying to get the part.
I don't care.
We got 200 people coming tomorrow.
It's got to be done.
Central is located on Sunset Boulevard between Hollywood and Beverly Hills. The restaurant is open for dinner Monday to Saturday, 6 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. The bar is open from 5:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Central offers new American cuisine. Shared plates are priced from $11 to $14. Land and sea selections range between $24 and $38. Side plates and desserts are priced at $7. The signature dish is black sea bass with bacon, escarole, and clams. The price is $27. The dish consists of an oven-roasted black sea bass with confit bacon, braised escarole, and little neck clams. Central is scheduled to open in 7 days. It all comes down to the retractable skylight. It's been the cause of a 1-month delay.
It's been a challenge from the city, the entitlements, the last minute, having to get that engineered and designed and built. It wasn't that this was a big project, it was a fairly complicated project.
Now finally the structure is in place. But can the skylight open and close?
Well, I don't know if you'll be able to see it retract. They're just still working on the electrical systems right now.
At least the holdup is giving Nick Adler time to refine his vision. His interpretation of old-style Hollywood glamour hinges on impeccable food and service.
We all want everybody to really enjoy themselves and have an experience and have that old-style experience. I wanted to get the right people to give you that experience where you feel like you're bigger than life, old Hollywood, you're in a dream almost. So we went out and really handpicked the best of the service.
They've hired William Ousley, a well-known LA maitre d'.
Sort of elegant casual, I would call it. Just like the Sunset Strip, It's not brain surgery, it's just food and drink, but you have to be very careful when people are eating and drinking.
With 5 days till opening, the kitchen is finally up and running, and Jamie can train his staff.
Part of the reason why I have such a love for what I do is because of the molding processes of working with these chefs. Get all the ingredients, bring everything to the station, okay? Cut it in half, then make the loins, and then save the loins. We'll make the tartare tomorrow. Yeah, it's broken. Don't put that on camera.
Nick wants to make sure that old Hollywood glamour meets new Hollywood dietary trends.
Let's do a vegan ice cream. No? So they can have some ice cream. Both of us together have been working on some vegan because I'm vegan and I'm not trying to push anything on anybody, but I'd like to open up people's minds a little bit. We have too many mushrooms on the menu, but I would have done like a mushroom steak or something.
We could change it to eggplant.
No,
eggplant rapini?
Eggplant is pretty common for vegan, vegetarian. Eggplant parmesan.
It's not.
I know. I don't know what. We'll have to look into it.
Ground round?
With the opening 1 day away, William puts the staff through their paces.
I want this to feel as if it's been here for 20 years, you guys. I don't want to feel new. I want to feel fresh, but I don't want to feel new necessarily. I want to feel like we're an established thing, and that's why we've taken the time to pick people that come from established environments, people that have that sort of tempering to them, people that have that knowledge, that have that sophistication, and we're very glad to have you here.
As far as what William said about kind of creating the personality of this restaurant, we're in the middle of LA, we're on the Sunset Strip, we have a lot of VIPs, but we also have people that we just want, you know, the regular people to come in and have a great meal with great service. That's the most important thing to me, is how you treat the guests.
A wine course lightens the mood.
What do you smell here? This is like, right? Sweaty leather, barnyard, chaps. Jesus, it smells like West Hollywood. All right.
Is everybody ready to open up now in the restaurant?
But the owners are not in good spirits. The elevator is broken.
The elevator's down.
That elevator's down when you're trying to get the part.
I don't care
got
what
200
you gotta
people
do,
coming
it's
tomorrow.
gotta be done. And it's for real. It's a major celebrity event tomorrow night.
Pick up short rib, Greek salad, side of risotto. Just listen to what I'm saying. Don't worry about the table.
Central's opening is 5 hours away. The staff are all taking the stairs, but luckily the elevator is now up and running. The skylight, however, is not running. Without a functioning motor, it won't be retracting tonight. But with a roster of VIPs expected, the owners are determined to open.
We worked hard and long on this. We don't want to disappoint anyone. So we do inventory tonight, okay? Yeah.
Jamie is definitely feeling the pressure, and so is his staff.
Just make sure we have everything on the line. Fresh salt, pepper, everything. You got more escarole? You got the oil here?
With 3 hours to go, the slate floor is still being sealed. By the time the floor is ready, there's only 1 hour left to clean and set up the patio. 30 minutes to go, and the staff is sweating the details.
Do you want to help me? Hey, there we go. 15 minutes. 15 minutes. I need the dining room set up.
Moments before the sun sets on the boulevard, Central is finally ready for its close-up. By 7 o'clock, the restaurant is full, and orders start pouring in.
You fired course 3 sea bass 33. Pick up short rib, Greek salad, side of risotto. First 2 tables, asabuku.
Jamie's food debuts to a demanding LA audience.
Crab cakes, baby. Crab cakes.
Absolutely, thank you.
The first reviews are raves.
It's wonderful.
They've done a fabulous job. The food is delicious, service impeccable.
Just listen to what I'm saying. Don't worry about the table. Okay, let's pick up 1 snapper, 1 ribeye.
We're having a ribeye, really cooked perfectly.
Good place, good food, good atmosphere.
Fine dining.
Food is really good, actually. He's a good chef.
Tonight, months of tension seem to have magically disappeared.
There was one point where we couldn't talk to each other. I took a Kabbalah class, and I'm all better now.
I think Christopher, you know, he has a great vision of how things could look, but once you add the food and the different components that we've all put together with the music and the lighting and just everything, I think we're really pleased.
It's a relief. I can feel like my shoulders have dropped a lot, and the stress level is really diminished.
This is you know, vision on all of our parts that really made this all come together. It was a combined effort. It was really great.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Find more at fineliving.com. Real information for real people.